Hey, good morning. It's Friday, August 21st. And our thought for today is about the weather. Psalm 19 declares that the heavens proclaim the glory of God and the skies display his faithfulness above us. Well, here in upstate South Carolina, if you walk outside right now, what you'll see is a massive cloud bank, not a whole lot of definition, a whole lot of moisture. We're going to have more later on. It doesn't seem particularly exciting. People would call this a gloomy day or a gloomy forecast, dreary. But if you had been here 3 years ago today, August 21st, 2017, what you would have seen is this spectacular solar eclipse. And God controls that as well. Both of these days, this day and 3 years ago, God is controlling the weather. He is moving the planets, the moon, the stars, all of it to bring about what he wants, to proclaim his glory. See, when we ascribe to nature or astronomical events or just meteorological weather maps, and don't realize that God is behind all of this, we miss something and we actually take away from the glory of God. We don't give him the glory, the honor, the credit that is due his name. Talking about the works of nature or Mother Nature or nature as apart from God, the creation is apart from God, takes away from humans the glory of God. Our job as humans is to make God heavy, to add to his reputation. From not that he needs our acclaim, but we're to give to others our honor of God and to praise his name for all the great things that he does. So he tells us that these clouds that are moving up here right now, which are kind of hard to see definition, but he's moving them for particular purposes. He has blessing in mind for some, perhaps retribution and cursing for others. But he's doing it. It's not random. The solar eclipse was not random. The one coming up in a couple of years will not be random. These are all things that God does all around us, and they are meant for us to draw encouragement from. We get the truth from the special revelation of his word, and that speaks to us. But he confirms that truth, affirms that truth, encourages that truth in us by the magnificent displays we see around us in the creation, whether it's in the flowers, the grass, the animals that we see, the birds, or the sky above. The heavens really do declare the glory of God. And that's a constant reminder to us that that's what God has called us to do as well. That's what centers our life, which gives us purpose. It anchors us. If you're ever curious about what God is doing, look outside and you'll see him doing something. We don't know exactly why, but we do know he's doing it. We know it's the representation that he is the Lord of the universe, so we can trust him. And he is gracious to us. So this day, whether we have the gloomy clouds or the magnificence of the solar eclipse as we had 3 years ago, we're seeing the hand of God. And that is an immense blessing because he's caused us to see that. And for those of us who know Christ, we can rejoice in that truth, other than that truth be something which will stand against us at one time. God is faithful. His name is made great in the heavens. May we serve and worship that great God today, who is so faithful to remind us of his goodness by the sky above, by the wonder of his creation, and by the air that we breathe. Think about these things this day. God does declare his glory. Let us rejoice. Bye-bye.